You know, honestly, I've been having a pretty good week this week. Pretty sick week. Feeling strong, feeling in good health. Been having some nice, healthy streams when going pee. I also gave the new Clips album a 10. And the reception, the response to that 10 has been pretty positive. I'm very thankful that a lot of people seem to agree with what I had to say about the album, and that the record is doing very well commercially right now. Made it number 4 in the top 10. Also did over 100K in the first week, which for a group at Clips's level for a comeback record like that is really impressive. But there have been some reactions that have been not so positive. I mean, you know, sure, some nitpicks and slight disagreements here and there, like, oh, I think it's like maybe a little mid, or I think it's like maybe a 9, not so much a 10, which is fine. All of that is valid. I'm not here to sort of like, you know, dictate onto all of you like what you have to think about every album. But some thoughts and opinions I've just found to be like really uninformed and out of line. Like the album is just outright trash. It's the worst thing ever. And my opinion on the new Clips record also kind of came under fire when xQc was talking about it in lieu of also my review of the recent Jack Boys Travis Scott project.
He gave Clips a 9. Chat, the reality with this guy is that if you care that much about lyrics, just read a book. Ask the rappers to write books and read their books, read their tweets, read their thoughts, something like that. The music is more than just fucking lyrics. Nobody gives a shit. I listen to a song, I don't care about what they say. They could be speaking German for all I give a shit about. I listen to some Chinese rap sometimes. Wanna know why? Because if it's a vibe, if it bops, if it bumps, I play on my speaker. I play the song because I don't give a no lyrics, bitch. It's noises. It's not fucking, oh dude, that was poetry. I don't care.
So yeah, there's that. Let's try to take this dummy statements piece by piece. First off, he's obviously reacting to the score there. Did he watch the entire review? I'm just kind of curious as to why he would watch an entire review of something that I've done, because he doesn't seem to care that deeply about music criticism or music itself, outside of it being able to serve the purpose of just fulfilling a vibe, playing in the background of something else he's doing. He doesn't strike me as the type who would actually like think about a piece of music that he has on in any respect whatsoever. So why he would want to hear someone else's thoughts on music, I don't know. But seemingly he was observing my Jack Boys take here and was misinformed that I gave the Clips album a 9. I mean, I did say strong 9 to a 10, but the score is a 10, buddy. It's a 10. I don't know why it's so difficult for my detractors to like recall numbers. Now, I love the rant that xQc goes on without me even leading him in that direction. And that's that, if you care that much about lyrics, okay, first off, who says the main reason that I'm giving Clips a 10 and Jack Boys a 2 is the lyrics? Like, I've been reviewing Travis Scott's music for years at this point, for over a decade, and most of those reviews have been pretty positive. Rodeo, 8. Astroworld, 7. Utopia, 7. I gave Birds in the Trap a 3. I did do that. Yeah, I don't like that one. But for the most part, I enjoy Travis's music, and I accept that his artistry doesn't really operate on a wavelength that is a super lyrical one. Like, this is not my first rodeo. I am well aware that there is a lot of great rap music out there that isn't the most lyrical, and that's fine. Not every rap album needs to be a lyrical one for it to be good. But even on an instrumental and songwriting level, Jack Boys is far more mediocre than anything else Travis Scott has formally put out. A lot of the production and song structures are even shoddier than what we heard on that much shorter Jack Boys release years ago. I mean, I did say in the review that I thought the lyrics were kind of underwhelming and nothing to write home about, but also that Travis, knowing that he has that shortcoming as an artist, typically will pack his songs with great features, top tier production. Honestly, I'm sorry. In terms of choruses, in terms of hooks, in terms of overall production, Jack Boys, to me, is trash in comparison to not just other albums in Travis's discography, but the Clips album too, which, yeah, I love the lyrics on the album, but I'm sorry, Pharrell produced his fucking ass off on that record, and there's not a single solitary beat on that Jack Boys album that is better than any beat on the Clips album. And if the beats on the Clips record did suck ass and they were trash and it was like some of the worst beats I've heard all year, I'm sorry, like Pusha T and Malice, I love them and they could write as many amazing coke bars as they want, but if the beats were horrible, I wouldn't want to listen to it. So yeah, on xQc's part, and it's not surprising, he has a complete misunderstanding of the way I listen to and perceive music or understand the relative artistry or discographies of Clips and Travis Scott, which is kind of embarrassing considering that I literally lay all that shit out in my Travis Scott review, and yet apparently he can watch that and think the only reason I do or don't like certain rap albums is just based on whether or not they have lyrics. Oh, but xQc stupidity does not stop there, because apparently if you want to know rappers' thoughts, you should just have them write books or read books they've written or read their tweets. This idiot over here, and there's probably a lot of idiots who agree with him, thinks like, when I'm listening to music, when I'm consuming this art form known as music, I don't want to think any thoughts. I don't want anything to be communicated to me. I don't want to be told anything. I just want to be able to shut my stupid ass brain off that's barely functioning to begin with and not have to be aware of anything that may or may not be getting said. I'd rather just quietly vibe to the thing that I'm listening to, because music is so much more than just words.
When I listen to a song, I don't care what they say.
Yeah, because you're an idiot. Which I'm not saying every song has to have like the deepest meaning, or for you to have to confront yourself with the meaning of every track when you listen to it and like lock into every lyric that is being put in front of you when you put a piece of music on. But to say that you never care about what's being communicated on a song ever in your life? Because even one of his faves, who he has streamed with and has undying support for, Drake, like that man, for all of his flaws and all of his issues and everything, puts meanings and expresses emotions in his songs. Would xQc say to Drake to his face like, hey man, I really like your music, but I don't really give a shit about anything that you say on it, and I don't want to have to think about any of the lyrics that you write, and I don't care. And if I'm Drake, and me as an artist, I know that I am attracting the ears and the attention of people like this, I have to sit back and think like, am I doing something wrong? Am I making music for people with like low vibrations? Am I making music for cavemen who like can't multitask and focus on a musical composition going on in the background with lyrics happening in the foreground? And the German comment is just weird. Surely German artists don't want to hear that their music merely serves the purpose of letting xQc be able to listen to a piece of music without having to think about what the words are because there's a language barrier there. I review music in different languages, and sometimes I even go and look up what the songs mean when it's in a language that's not my native language.
When I'm listening to a piece of music, it's just noises. I put it on my speaker. Blah. Why would anyone care? Blah.
Look, I'm not like some hip hop rule enforcer or dictator. I'm not the type of guy to come in here and be like, all rap songs have to be deep and have meaning and speak to political, social, this, that, and the third. I mean, some of my favorite hip hop does that. It is true. But, some hip hop songs don't have to do that. We can have variety. We can have versatility. We can have diversity of thought. But to say like, I don't care about lyrics, why would anybody care, is just such a deeply ignorant and narcissistic thing to think or say, to not even be able to conceive of maybe other people might care about things that you don't. And that thing is lyrics. Yeah, why would people care about one of the most popular aspects of all forms of music, vocals and lyricism. It boggles the mind. But for now, I will leave it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. You're the best. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, xQc, forever.
I will not take moral advice from somebody who promotes gambling to children.